Something went awry here. How did they come up with these placements? Sometimes weird things happen, especially when it comes to 6.0 judging. For the first time in 2 years, I'm finding myself back at in-person competitions with my skaters. I'm seeing some interesting things. Some of you have also approached me to go over specific results. Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will go over some real examples of placements that I found interesting so that you can better understand how 6.0 judging works. If you've ever been involved in an event where there were some confusing placements or even a tie, this video can help you understand how they sorted that out. You should probably watch my other video on 6.0 scoring to better understand some of what I'll be covering in this video. In that first video, I explain in detail how judges mark skaters using 6.0 scoring in competition. There's a link to that video in the description down below. Let's start with this one. This is from an Excel pre-preliminary free skate event at a recent competition. It's an interesting example. The first place here is obvious. All the judges agreed on which skater should be placed first. Second place is where we run into some issues. While the skater in the third spot did receive 2 ordinals for second place, they also received 2 fourth place ordinals and 1 third place ordinal. There's not a clear majority, unfortunately. This is the kind of case where we have to mentally change all the third place ordinals to second place ordinals. When we do that, the skater in the second position has 4 second place ordinals, and the skater in the third position has 3. So we place the second skater in second place and change the remaining 2s to 3s to find third place. The skater in the third position now has 3 third place ordinals. So now we're looking for fourth place. The skater in the fourth position has 2 fourth place ordinals. 1 2 became a 3 and now becomes a 4. That's the majority of fourth place ordinals. Finally, the skater in the fifth position has the majority of fifth place ordinals. Outside the skater that placed first, the judges' placements were mixed. This is a good example of an event where the skaters appear to be closely matched. It must have been challenging to judge. Let's look at another example. In this one, the results were very mixed, outside of judge number 1 and number 4. Judge number 4 placed the skaters exactly where they appeared in the final placement, and judge number 1 came pretty close to that, only differing in their placements for skaters 4 and 5. The skater placed first has the greater majority of first place ordinals. The skater in the second place has the majority of second place ordinals. Now we're mentally changing all the remaining first place ordinals to choose to find third place. This puts that skater in third place. To find fourth place, the final 3 ordinal changes to a 4, which puts the skater in fourth place. Now, all the remaining 4s become 5s to determine fifth place. So the skater with 4 fourth place ordinals is placed 5th, and the remaining skater places 6th. In this case, based on the judges' placements, the skaters in the 1 through 3 positions appear to be equally matched, while the skaters in 4th through 6th place appear to be equally matched to each other as well. Suppose I had skaters in the 4th through 6th place in this event. I would critique their performance using slow motion to determine areas for improvement so that they can place higher in the next competition. The next 2 that I'll be looking at have 3 judges that all agree. I find this particularly interesting because the panel of judges is different for each event. There are 2 judges in common though, and in both cases, those judges' placements matched the final placement for the skaters in each event. I would give those judges a gold star if I could. In each of these events, 2 judges were complete outliers. Those judges are not the same across events. I chose to share these 2 result sheets because they're interesting examples of how judges' opinions can differ. Let's look at the first example. Here there are 5 judges. Judges 1, 2, and 4 are all in agreement, which means that their placements will constitute the majority. Here's the other event. We also have a panel of 5 judges here. But in this case, it's judges 1, 2, and 5. 3 is the majority of judges. Since those judges all agreed, the final placements are pretty straightforward. This next one is interesting because one judge tied 2 skaters. This rarely happens because in 6.0, judges are asked to add their technical and their presentation marks together so that they don't inadvertently tie 2 skaters. When the total of the 2 marks is the same for 2 skaters, the skater with the higher presentation mark is supposed to be placed higher. Something went awry here though, because judge number 1 tied the skater that wound up in the 3rd and the 4th positions. She gave both these skaters 3rd place ordinals, consequently didn't have any skater with a 4th place ordinal. This is according to the rulebook. Rule 1064, section E states that if one judge ties 2 or more competitors in a segment of an event, each competitor receives the ordinal number for the tied place. The next higher ordinal or ordinals are not assigned based on the number of competitors tied for the same ordinal number. Otherwise, the placements are pretty straightforward. I just found it unusual that one judge tied 2 skaters. As unusual as that is though, I have another example from a different competition where the same thing happened. In this case, it was judge number 3 that tied 2 skaters for 3rd place. Here too, the placements are pretty straightforward otherwise. I'm not sure why it happened twice recently with 3rd place. These were not the same judges. It was 2 different judges. Weird, but sometimes weird things happen, especially when it comes to 6.0 judging. Speaking of ties, there are methods that are used when 2 or more judges tie 2 or more skaters. So I have another interesting example. In this one, the skater that placed 2nd actually received 2 first place ordinals. The skater that placed 1st only had 1. How did they come up with these placements? You'll notice it says TOM in the tiebreak column. This stands for total ordinals of majority. If 2 or more competitors have received majorities for the same place from the same number of judges, the place in question will be awarded to the competitor with the lowest total ordinals from those judges, forming the majority. So let's deal with first place, first. Since no skater has the majority of first place ordinals, all the 2s are mentally changed to number 1s. That means that the skater in the 1st position now has 5 first place ordinals. In looking for 2nd place, all the remaining ones are mentally changed to 2s. But still, there is no majority. So we add the ordinals for the skaters in the 2nd and 3rd positions, and do the same for the skater in the 4th position. The remaining skaters are more straightforward. Here's another one. The 1st place is evident, but 2nd place is tied. Using TOM, total ordinals of majority, the skater in the 2nd position is placed there, and the other skater is placed in the 3rd position. The rest of the positions are straightforward. Now, there's a situation with a 3-judge panel. I actually had 2 skaters in this event. Earlier this day, the panels all had 5 judges. As the day went on, I guess some judges have to leave. That would be my assumption anyway. So we got fewer judges towards the end of the competition. What happened here was really unfortunate. I feel that it could have been avoided just by having a larger judging panel. 3 skaters were placed first by different judges, and the first 2 skaters also had 2 judges place them in 2nd place. The method used here is total ordinals, TO. If 2 or more competitors receive the same total majority, the place in question will be awarded to the competitor with the lowest total ordinals from all judges. So when you add up the ordinals, the skater in the 1st position has 7, and the skater in the 2nd position has 8. The skater with 7 had the lowest total ordinals and is placed first. That changes the skater in the 3rd position to have 2 3rd place ordinals, but so does the skater in the 4th position. Interestingly, the skater in the final position had 1 judge place them 2nd. Since there's no majority, we must mentally change the 2 to 4. Now the skater is in the 5th position. This is an unfortunate situation. Had there been more judges, we might have seen a different outcome. Remember, judges are volunteers, and it's quite likely that they had to catch flights or a train toward the end of the day. Now, every so often, we run into a situation where 2 or more skaters don't have the greater majority, and the tie cannot be broken with total ordinals of the majority, or total ordinals either. In that case, the skaters are just tied because they received the same total ordinals. I have 2 cases where that recently happened. The first one had an apparent 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, but 2 skaters were tied for 4th place. There was no way to break that tie. Both competitors were awarded the pewter medal. The next example, the placements for all the podium positions, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, were straightforward, but 5th place was a tie. Before I wrap up, I also want to provide you with an example of the judges' actual scores, along with the placements. Now, this is something that we don't usually see, but one of my subscribers encountered a competition where they posted the judges' scores along with the placements. In case you ever encounter this, I wanted to show you what you will see. Keep in mind that judges' scores are intended to be level appropriate. So even though 6.0 is theoretically the highest score a skater can receive, at lower levels, they often will not be awarding really high scores. Let's look at an example of an Excel beginner free skate. Because this is a free skate event, the judges give 2 marks, a technical mark in the first column and a presentation mark in the second. The total of these 2 marks is what places a skater. The judges are also instructed to keep their marks within a 1-point range, such as marks between 1.1 and 1.9, or 2.0 and 2.9. However, you will see here that the judges didn't do that. Here the judges' scores range from 1.1 up to 3.5. That doesn't mean that the skaters were not good. That simply means that the scores are appropriate for the level. As the judges watch each skater perform, they're thinking about the skills involved at the level and deciding if the skater is A, proficient or advanced with strong skating skills and ready to move up to the next level, or B, average skating skills, middle of the class, or maybe C, weak skating skills. Clearly, they need more practice before moving on to the next level. Then the judges compare them to the other skaters in the group that they've placed in that same category. It's up to the judge to decide which one they think is better and give that skater the higher mark. This method helps judges to make comparisons between skaters quickly. Then they assign each skater a mark based on how they evaluate their skating skills. Let's look at the example. I'm not sure why these particular judges decided to give marks outside of the 1-point range. If I were a judge, I would have been using something more along the lines of A equals 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, B equals 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, and C 2.0, 2.1, or 2.2, as US Figure Skating recommends. So let's look at judge number 1. The skaters that placed first and second appear to be this judge's group A, and the skaters that placed third and fourth appear to be this judge's group B or C. This judge felt that the skaters in the first and second positions had better skills than the other 2 skaters. Judge number 2 felt that the skater in the third position was the best skater and placed this skater in their A group, with the skaters in the first and second positions placing in their B group, and the skater in the fourth position in their C group. Judge number 3 felt that the skaters in the first and third positions were the best. That would be their A group. And then the skaters in the second and fourth positions were placed in their B or C group. Judge number 4 put the skater that ultimately placed second in their group A. The skater that placed first is in their B group, and the skaters in their third and fourth positions in their C group. Judge number 5 placed the skater that placed first in their A group, the skater that placed second in their B group, and the skaters that placed third and fourth in the C group. This is a good example of how subjective 6.0 judging can be. But remember, most competitions do not provide the judges' marks. I do wish that they did, as it helps to give us a better understanding of why they place the skaters the way that they did. Did this help you to better understand how placements are determined in 6.0? Would you like other real-world examples in future videos? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. And please give this video a like. That actually helps other people find the video. And feel free to share it with anyone else that it may help, and just post it to your social media too. I post videos every week that can help you with your figure skating, fitness, nutrition, and ultimately live a better life. So be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. This is Aimée. Happy skating. I will see you real soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.